Hey, it's Alan Burnett with YourWeddingHub.com. We have been giving you a whole lot of information on planning a destination wedding. Marcia, let me ask you, going back to the very first blog that we did, we talked about that you're really kind of a full-service wedding company here at destinationweddingtravel.ca. What does that mean? Like, what do you mean when you say full service?
Full service is, there's two elements, obviously, in the destination wedding. There's the travel element and the wedding itself in the destination. So we don't just do the wedding and travel, get the people to the destination. In other words, we take over, we have everything pre-planned in advance. So the whole stay that they're down there is all pre-planned.
So do you have some couples that want to do all the planning on their own? What happens once they get there?
Some people do want to do it on their own, very few. We would say probably about 95% of our brides want it done in advance for quite a few reasons. One reason is you're dealing with different cultures, different languages. In particular, let's use Mexico as an example. It can be very frustrating for the brides trying to deal with Mexico, as Amanda will tell you. Getting back to...
No offense to you Mexicans, by the way.
No, not at all, but it's more of a thing where, in North America, we get back to people the same day, within a 24-hour, whereas sometimes we're trying to deal with an on-site wedding planner in Mexico, and, the delay and getting back a week later. It gets very frustrating, and we have the power and pull with these different resorts. We deal with them regularly. So, so the bride in most cases want us to have it all pre-planned. So for that reason, as well as just going down there, you want to show up as a couple with your guests, and you just want to celebrate and be with your clients. You don't want to have to worry about, is this done, is that done, doing last minute arrangements. So and we offer that service, and we will have everything done. We actually pre-book all the details of the wedding 30 days prior. And Amanda will tell you more about the details of that, what exactly we do.
Now, if you've been following this whole series on destination wedding planning, you're probably wondering why I've never let Amanda speak. I've got a big bruise on the back of my calf from her kicking me, saying, let me in. Well, Amanda, this is your moment. So at what point do you come into the planning of the wedding?
So after all the travel's booked and the flights and the hotel and everything's set up, rooms and guests, then I come in and I actually start working with things like the packages, because they have multiple packages that they offer at all the hotels. And you can do everything from a basic, on the beach wedding package all the way up to a customized wedding package. So I come in and I do consultations with the bride and groom, and we kind of do like their dream, and we sit and we look at everything they want, we pick the best package, and then we start working from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if money was no object, if time, what would be the dream?
Exactly.
And then you got to start bringing in
and
the
we
budget.
kind of take
yeah.
your dream, and even with budget, it's amazing what you can do with destination weddings, and everything is an option. And even if you're kind of on a budget, you can still bring things from home, make things from home, and take it there.
Wow.
And still make it that vision dream.
Okay.
So,
now, let me just ask you this, Amanda, just so that couples going to destinationweddingtravels.ca know what they're dealing with. You've got a bit of background in the wedding industry.
Yeah, definitely. I've been doing weddings for almost 7 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in what capacity?
All sorts of capacity. I was kind of working more in the Southern Gulf Islands. I was doing local weddings, more of the earthy weddings, lots of natural vegetation and fruit, and getting married on tractors and that sort of thing. And then I started moving into the city weddings and now the destination weddings. So I have lots of experience in all aspects.
Wow.
And lots of ideas and
Wow.
all aspects.
So one of the things I always say is when you're looking for any service provider in the wedding industry, you want to make sure you're dealing with somebody that's not just fresh out of school, or they shot their cousin's wedding last week and all of a sudden they decide they would become a wedding photographer. You want to know that you're dealing with somebody that's got some history, experience, expertise in the industry. And we're about out of time on this one, but I just want to touch on something that you said, Marcia, that it works even in the local market. Like, we deal with a lot of different service providers in the local market, and again, that same rule applies. I want that couple to know that we're dealing with the best limousine company, the photographer, whatever, if they want us to arrange those details, because they're only doing this one time, and whereas we're doing it every day. That's what your business is all about. So I'm assuming, Amanda, you got some good service providers that you've
Definitely.
developed a relationship with
Definitely.
in those destinations, so that you know if something happens, you can get them on the phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, hugely important. That's why, you know, and I'm not trying to discourage anyone from making all those plans. If that's how you're wired, go for it,
Sure.
ladies. But you do need to know that you know, you're dealing with some professionals that aren't doing this just once. They've done it hundreds of times, and that's vitally important. Thank you for joining us in the series. Coming back tomorrow, it's probably just going to be me and Amanda sitting down, because I want to give her lots of opportunity to speak, because I'm getting tired of that kick in the back of the leg. Thank you for joining us. Check out the ladies on destinationweddingtravel.ca, and don't forget, Friday is the wedding story of the week. You got to come back for that. We've had some great stories, and so look forward to seeing you then, but we'll see you tomorrow with a continued series on destination wedding planning.